Could you introduce yourself for us?
Yeah, I'm Councillor Lorraine Lauder, MBE, and I'm the Mayor of Southwark.
Very welcome.
And I'm Althea Smith, the Deputy Mayor of Southwark.
Okay. And how have you found today's event, Starlight Music Academies, from the hood to doing good?
Well, I think that it's absolutely terrific, and the approach that you've taken today, well, you couldn't ask for better. You really get into it when you see the acting, and it's quite true, you know, how people react. There was a young lady coming out of a shop, and there was a policeman coming by, and he wanted to stop and search her, and she had the bill. Well, she had nothing to be afraid of. So she let him carry on and question her.
And was this a real event? Or
it was a mock event.
Oh no, this was something
This
that was
was
staged?
what happened today.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And what was the reaction to that?
It was a very, very good reaction. Very good. Because she had nothing to be afraid about.
Yeah. And I mean, this is stories like this we hear all the time.
Yes.
And quite often young people, merely because they're challenged, they feel that they're immediately on the offensive.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But she did the right thing. Yes.
And there's been lots of kind of inspirational speaking from young people today. Unfortunately, I've been unable to hear it, but some of the things that young people have been saying, where there's been workshops on business and entrepreneurship, and also crime doesn't pay.
It doesn't pay.
Yeah. So was that the workshop you had attended? Have you seen that?
No, I didn't see that, but I heard about it. Yes.
Okay. And I mean, how have you been engaging with some of the young people today?
I spoke to a few. Yes, yes. It's been very interesting and very right in what they've been telling me.
And how do you feel they're responding to today's event?
Well, I think they're responding really, really, really well, because, you know, it's life. It's what happens. And not to be afraid of the police.
Well, it's a bit taboo, isn't it? The kind of young people.
You know, you say like from the hood to being good. It's a fantastic title. Really is. You know, say it loudly and proudly. And that's the way that I'm looking at it.
Well, some of the interviews that I've done today, young people they've told me that the key things that influence their lives are like positive role models, and not every young person has the opportunity to have a positive role model. As a young person yourself, were you in that position? Did you have
a young person?
No, when you were.
When I was. Yeah. I was never in trouble.
Did you? I mean, I think that's a key thing for me personally. I mean, I've been quite, fortunate to have positive role models in my life, but there's a number of young people that aren't as fortunate.
Yes.
And sadly, that's what how they end up in trouble. Because they don't have that person kind of showing them the way.
I think that events like today need to be promoted. You need to get out there in the wider community, and get out there and do what you've done today in other areas, in other boroughs, to promote, from hood to being good.
Tell me, did you envisage being mayor when you were a mere teenager?
No, I didn't. No, not at all.
And did you have positive role models in your life then? I mean, how? When you were a young person, how did the people around you influence your life?
It was much different in them days, much different to what it is now. And as I said, I think that you need to promote this event right across the boroughs.
Okay. Yeah, we need more events like this.
You do indeed, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to go to Councillor Althea Smith. And how's today's event been for you?
So far, the past I've seen has been excellent, because I'm a sort of a regular supporter of Starlight Academy. It's to prove that our young people are listening. They're taking on the positive role models, steps what they need to take. There might be not enough role models for them, but the role models that's there, they're watching, they're taking the step and they're moving forward because they're the next generation. They're our future. We have to invest in our future, and I think today is a start. It's an investment in our future, and to see that our young people are saying, yes, crime doesn't pay. We're moving away from that, and we're doing good. We're going to do apprenticeship. We're going to come to your program. We're doing different stuff. As counsellors, we have we mentor some young people. I've got several that mentor. So if they want to get involved in politics, there's a step for them, whether they want to study politics or they just want to follow us, join the parties and become a councillor later on. It's there for them, because from 18 years old they can become a councillor. So we'll be there to say to them, there's a way. If you want to be a politician, the doors is wide open. Just let us know. You can come around with us, see what we do, and see if you're interested.
And do you get many young people coming up and asking you, how do I get into politics?
God, I've got them queuing up right now. It's like I said to them, somebody can follow. I have some of them, they follow me around and so on. But it's like a queue, so you have to say to them, it's just take one at a time, not the one for the whole week, because there's just a long list of ones who want to do it with you.
I think for many young people, they can't see the future mapped out in front of them.
No.
It's hard, in today's situation. I don't want to paint a bleak picture, but
some of them don't see the future mapped out for them. Some of them do, but the ones who don't see the future mapped out for them, we have to try and scold them in a way that they can walk in the right direction.
Absolutely. It's gone back to the whole role model thing. It's important to have positive people around you, and even if your life doesn't work out the way that you would like it, that somehow there's opportunities there, creating opportunities.
Because sometimes we all mess up at some stage or the other, and we just have to move on and change our lifestyle and say, oh, this is what we want to do. We are going to be future mothers, grandparents, or whatever. This is what we want to do. We have to set an example for the youngsters to follow, and for the next generation to have a stand play to say, this is what our ancestor left for us. This is what we're going to lead on. We might not like the way they do it, but that's a good example for us to move on.
How could the current administration improve the situation, the plight of young people?
I think in general we need to invest more in the young people. We need to, government, politicians in general, we need to stop cutting budget. We need to say the youth are our future. Let's start investing properly in our young people.
And do you foresee that happening? How much of a reality is that for young people?
This is my aspiration. The reality is not there because there's a recession and there's money, but we need, how I see it as a politician, we need to tell the businessmen, the ones who has the money, let's reinvest some of your money, just like our Lord Darius has done. We need to go back to those people and say, yeah, you was once living in Peckham, now you've got blah blah blah, let's have some of your money back for Southwark. I said Peckham but for Southwark. Yes?
Thank you both.
For young people, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you.
Okay, was that all right?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Okay, thank you.